Hey, what's up, Gisters, and welcome back to the channel. It is your guy Oba, and today we are sinking our teeth into some serious political gist that has been making the round. You've heard it, I've heard it. They talk about a presidential candidate vowing to serve for only one term. Peter Obi has said he can fix Nigeria in 4 years, and this has sparked a massive debate. Is it a noble sacrifice, a sign of confidence, or just another political promise designed to win hearts and mind? Well, Nollywood veteran and seasoned lawyer Kenneth Okonkwo was on Arise News, and he gave a breakdown that is pure gold. He cut through the noise and laid out the facts, legally and politically. So today, we are going to watch his analysis in two parts. After each part, I will give you my immediate breakdown, and then at the end, I will give you my full unfiltered take on this whole one-time saga. First up, let's see what Kenneth Okonkwo says about the constitutional reality of a presidential term. So sit back and take a watch.
Let's get it started. This one-term thing, why are people taking it with a pinch of salt? Because if the politicians themselves are knocking this, are they almost indicting themselves by saying that, don't ever believe what we tell you on our campaign trail because we do not mean what we say, if they are saying that this is political theatrics to probably just get himself into power?
First and foremost, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria made it clear. In Section 135, subsection 2, and Section 180, subsection 2 of the Constitution is very clear. The term of a president or a governor is 4 years. 4 years. The Constitution was direct. He said the president, after spending 4 years in office, vacates his office. At times, politicians behave as if they don't have any job. So when somebody says he's going to spend only 4 years, he simply stated a constitutional provision. But here is just a little addition. The Constitution says you are no longer qualified to contest if you have contested for that position twice in previous elections. And this is by Section 137, subsection 1B, and Section 187, subsection 1B. So the issue here is this. If you say you want to contest one term, that is your own idea. That is your own opinion. You are entitled to it. In Nigeria and in some African countries, where elections are deemed not to be free and fair, that's where you have all this unnecessary argument. Why did I say that? Even abroad, you're not sure, even when you're an incumbent, whether if you contest, whether you will win. That is where you will know that your term of office is not 8 years, it's not 2 terms, it's 1 term. So it ought not to even be a point of argument. Because even if you are an incumbent, if you recontest, you can fail. The only thing the Constitution says is that if you fail 100 times, if you have not been elected twice, you are still qualified to be governor or president.
Okay, let us unpack that for a minute. So what is Kenneth Okonkwo really saying here? He's doing what a good lawyer does. He's separating emotion from fact. His first point is simple but powerful. A presidential term in Nigeria is always 4 years, period. The idea of an 8-year tenure is an assumption, not a right. You have to end the second term. He's essentially saying that when a politician vows to do one term, they aren't giving up some guaranteed prize. They are just stating the legal minimum. It's like a student saying, I promise to attend the first semester. Well, you have to pass first semester to even qualify for the second one. He also brilliantly points out that this whole debate only exists because our elections are not always seen as free and fair. In a true democracy, an incumbent is never sure of a second term, so they have to perform. Here, the politicians act like the second term is a birthright. Kenneth Okonkwo just flipped that on its head. But he doesn't stop at the legal fact. He then gets into the real political game behind it all. So, let's watch the second part where he discusses the strategy.
So for me, I do not see any issue whatsoever, except, like you said, distrust of themselves, and 2, because of the belief that there is no free and fair election. If there is free and fair election, then the issue of 2-term, 8 years would not arise. But here is another issue. Because of our rotational arrangement, which has this proposition of 8 years for South, 8 years for North, politicians now do not want to place themselves in a disadvantaged position, because 4 years having been taken by a Southern politician, if you are a fresh politician and you want to do another 8 years, you will know that you are dead on arrival. So it's a political strategy on its own for you to accede that you will do 4 years. It is not because the politician did not want to do 8 years, no. But he knows that he has only 4 years left from the Southern, remaining term. But here is another issue. By agreeing you will do 1 year, you do 4 years, you have also agreed that if there is any other northerner that say he will do also 4 years, then both of you are at the same level of equity, because there would be no injustice either section. So there's nothing wrong in a party, for instance, especially an opposition party that doesn't have an incumbent, saying in order that Nigerians will be free to trust them, that they are going to have a transitional government whereby whoever is going to contest would have to agree to do 1 term and do not exercise his constitutional rights to recontest. A party can do that, so that whether they present a candidate from the North or from the South, the Nigerians from either section will not feel that they have been betrayed or an injustice meted out to them. For instance, if a northerner wins in another political party and commits to do 4 years, then what it means is that the South and the North has shared for 4 years like they did during the Yaradua Goodluck Jonathan period, and there will be no injustice. As it stands today, a Southerner has taken 4 years, so it will be political suicide for you to come and say you want to do 8 years. Nobody will vote for you, not even from South or from the North. So it is purely a political strategy, nothing else. Anybody telling you it's because he wants to be like Mandela or want to be like this, no, that's not true. But again, the person may want to tell you that just for you to believe he will do 4 years. He may want to tell you that he can still achieve his basic objectives within 4 years. Just to encourage you to know that he is serious in not trying to exercise his constitutional right to recontest election. So there is nothing beyond political strategy. That's what it is.
Political strategy, dead on arrival, political suicide, those are some heavy words. This is where Kenneth Okonkwo puts on his political or his politician's hat. He's saying that beyond the law, there's the unwritten rule of Nigerian politics, the North-South rotation. According to his analysis, the South has had its turn. For a new Southern candidate to come in and demand a full 8 years will be political suicide. It will disrupt the delicate balance. So, by vowing to do only 1 term, that is 4 years, a candidate is essentially telling the other region, don't worry, I'm not here to disrupt the calendar. I will do my 4 year, complete the southern slot, and then power can rotate peacefully. It is a strategic move to build trust, not just with the voters, but with the political power blocks across the country. He is arguing that it's not about being like Nelson Mandela. It's about being a smart politician who understands the chessboard of Nigeria. It's a way of saying, I respect the arrangement, so you can trust me with power. That is a fascinating and frankly, a very realistic take. Okay, so now for my full take on this. First, I have to give more props to Kenneth Okonkwo. He broke this down with the precision of a surgeon. He shows us that this 1-term vow operates on 2 levels. The legal level, where it's just a statement of fact, and the political level, where it's a masterstroke of strategy. But let's ask the bigger question here. Why is this even a conversation? Is it because of what the Arise News host said at the beginning, a deep, profound distrust of politicians in Nigeria? We have been burned so many times by broken promises that a candidate now has to make an extraordinary vow just to be seen as credible. The fact that I will only serve one term is a selling point tells you everything you need to know about our political climate. Now, let's play devil's advocate. Is a one-term presidency even a good thing for governance? Think about it. A president might spend his first 2 years learning the ropes and battling the deep state. By the time they figure things out, they're already a lame duck president with no incentive to think long-term because they aren't running for re-election. This could lead to rushed projects or, even worse, a focus on personal enrichment. Since there are no political consequences, it's a double-edged sword. However, in the specific context of Peter Obi, this messaging is brilliant. His entire brand is built on being a disruptor, a prudent manager, and someone who is not part of the old guard. The one-term vow perfectly complements that image. It says, I am not here for the perks of office. I am here on a rescue mission. Give me 4 years to establish the patient and then I will hand it over. It positions him as a statesman, not a typical politician hungry for power. So, is it a genuine vow from the heart of a calculated political move? My take is that it is both. It can be a genuine belief that he can achieve his goal in 4 years, which then becomes an incredibly effective political strategy because it aligns with the political realities of Nigeria and the deep-seated desires of the people for a different kind of leader. At the end of the day, whether it's a promise or a ploy, it has certainly got us all talking. And that's the gist for today. What do you guys think? Is a one-year term vow a game changer for Nigeria, or is it just smart politics? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. I really want to hear what you have to say. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist, and hit that notification bell so you will never miss an update. Until next time, stay informed and keep the conversation going. Peace out.